This video is going to look at the next bit of law that you need to look at. I've done a couple of videos previously on consumer protection and employee protection, so this video covers environmental protection. And as I defined in the previous video, what I'll be talking about when we're talking about legislation, we're talking about laws, and these are enforceable rules that are put in place to restrain businesses from doing exactly what they want in order to protect different stakeholders. And so environmental legislation, environmental protection laws are generally around making businesses more sustainable so that they have less of an impact on the environment and future generations. Ensure that businesses protect their communities and the environment. And examples of typical business laws would include the Environment Act and the Environmental Protection Act. And what do these laws typically cover? Things like emissions and air pollutions, ensuring that waterways are clean and businesses aren't polluting rivers, excuse me, and things like that. Making sure businesses recycle what waste they can, etc. So basically about ensuring that businesses are as friendly to the environment as is possible. And so as with all of these laws, it's a good idea to have an understanding of the benefits to businesses and the costs. You could get a 4-mark question where you have to analyse the impact of these laws on a business, so know what they are is very important to analyse the effect. But also you could get a 10 or a 12-mark question and have to assess the costs and benefits to businesses of environmental protection legislation. So what are the benefits to businesses of following these laws or these laws being in place? Well, businesses, there's a growing awareness of people being concerned about the environment. So if businesses are following these laws and being really proactive, they can use that as marketing. They can say how that they're practicing carbon emissions capture and so on. That could become a USP potentially and help them stand out. There's the efficiency argument. If businesses are using fewer resources in their production process, that leads to lower costs and ultimately higher profit. So there can be financial rewards to businesses as well. Lots of employees these days are particularly concerned about the businesses that they work for and their sort of ethical stance, and therefore if you are working for a business that is going above and beyond these environmental protection laws, then you can argue that that might lead to improved staff motivation and make it easier to recruit people. But these environmental protection measures come with a cost. You need to install equipment and you have to start monitoring and reporting. You don't want to be saying, putting out marketing saying how environmentally friendly you are, and then, a journalist comes along and finds out that you are actually polluting waterways or doing other things. So you actually need to make sure that you are doing all of these things, because if you get found out that you're not actually adhering to the law, or you're not quite as environmental as you're making out, that could be very damaging for a business's reputation. So that is environmental protection.